What are three metrics that you aren't currently recording that you should be recording and focused on? What I've seen in Agile is that Agile metrics and performance measurement has also shifted in the workspace. We've seen development of new metrics that go way beyond traditional key performance indicators. We've seen a shift in areas of focus, and I would argue that that's a very good thing. What we've seen is that there are three areas where organizations are starting to focus. And when I say organizations, I'm talking about successful or agile organizations where agile has been implemented successfully. There's three areas of focus where we're starting to see this trend. So I wanted to give you those three reports or the three metrics that people are starting to measure or starting to place greater emphasis on that are helping them be successful in their agile implementation. And the first one is customer satisfaction. Now, customer satisfaction, people say that's hard to measure. Well, not actually. Whether it's surveys, whether it's social media sentiment, there's lots of ways that you can, a customer observation, direct customer observation, there are ways that you can measure end customer satisfaction. And I'm not talking about skewed customer satisfaction metrics. I'm talking about the things where you go in and you say, yeah, okay, I saw them use that and I know it made them happy. I know that brought them great joy. And that's important. I think that too often we look at statistical data. Did we check all the boxes? Did we deliver all the features? Did we meet all the requirements? Did we complete all the things in our backlog? Did we meet our sprint goal? And those are all great, but they don't necessarily focus on end customer satisfaction. And that should be the number one thing that we're focused on. Is the customer happy? You could build the Taj Mahal, but if the customer's not happy, you need to find a way to make them happy. Let's go to number two. And I would argue number two should probably be number one. Number two is team health and well-being. And what I mean by that is there's no greater company in the world that does this than a Walt Disney Company. My oldest daughter is a cast member at Walt Disney World. And one of the things that they constantly remind them is that, and she is a managing coordinator there. So one of the things they constantly remind them is if your team members are not happy and healthy, they're not going to provide a great environment for the guests who are there visiting the theme parks. So their cast members need to make sure that, or the organizers, I should say, the leadership team needs to make sure that the cast members are all at optimum health, that they all feel good about what they're doing, that they're not dehydrated, overheated, that they have all the things they need to provide an excellent guest experience so that people will continue to want to come back and do the things that they do and spend the large gobs of money that they spend to go on these incredible, life-changing, memorable vacations. And that's just one example of how this is applied. What I'm trying to say is if you want to make sure your end customer is happy, you should probably start by making sure the people who are building the product or service for that customer are happy and have all their needs met. We're starting to see a shift back towards providing ecosystems where the cast who are building the tool, the product or service, are being met with new opportunities to be healthy and strong and happy so that they can deliver greater value to the customers. All right. And then the last one is measuring value delivery. Now, this is an interesting one because a lot of people turn to KPIs. And what I'm saying is, while that's great, it doesn't necessarily talk about the three different types of value. So I want to make sure we understand the three different types of value so that we can assess our agile performance. So the first value is business or strategic value. And this is the value to the organization. Is this bringing us closer to our North Star goal? Is it helping us achieve something that's going to push us in the right direction? That's the first question. The second value is consumer value, and that's the one we just talked about. So consumer value is it making the customer happy? To steal from Marie Kondo, is it sparking great joy for you when you do this, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing things that bring the end consumer great joy. And then the final one has to do with technology value or technical value. Is this new thing that we're building going to provide us with an architecture infrastructure that we can build on for something else, right? So we want to make sure that we're providing some type of foundational value that's going to be something that's easy for us to build upon. And I know that these metrics or performance measurements aren't traditional per se, but they are the things that you should be measuring to make sure that you have a more well-rounded approach to how you're going to implement Agile in your organization and make sure that your customers have exactly what they desire, exactly what they want, and that they can hyper-focus on the things that are most important to them. So that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to keep it short and sweet. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We always love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.